Hi everyone and welcome to OT 104, Office Systems and Procedures. As you see, this semester I've changed the banner a little bit and made it look a little funny. We'll discuss this in class. Alright, this is our announcements page. Anything that has to do with announcements, make sure you check this every week. I will post the assignments as well as letting you know that I've graded your papers. Alright, we meet only once a week. This is a hybrid class. We meet on Tuesdays. Our first class session is scheduled for Tuesday, January 30th at 2018 at 11 a.m. in the faculty staff dining room. So this is our orientation class, and we will meet in the faculty staff dining room. All right. After that, our class will meet on Tuesdays in the regular classroom that's scheduled for us in the CUNY First course searches. All right. You have introductory assignments that are due by 11 p.m. Monday, January 29th. Now, the introductory assignments are very easy. That's why I'm posting this now so that you could look at the syllabus, look at the introductory assignments. All of your assignments are going to be due the Monday before the class session at 11 p.m. So don't even think that there's going to be an extra time or a day. I'm not interested in snowstorms. I'm not interested in holidays. None of that. All right. The assignments, I will post the date of the assignment in the assignment, but just letting you know that most of your assignments, all of your assignments are going to be due the Monday before the class session. All right. And you will notice that I am only going to communicate via Hostos email. So make sure that that is all set up. Go to C595 now if you have trouble reading this material, accessing Blackboard, accessing your email. I'm not listening to anything the first day of class because you now have about 3 weeks before the class officially starts so that you can get everything together. All right, so let's take a look at what the site is. Most of you have had me before. Most of you know what the expectation is. If you had me in Business 203, then you know what I'm expecting. The CUNY policies are all here, CUNY Hostos policies. In addition to the CUNY policies, Hostos has its own policies. Please make sure you read them. I'm not going over this in class because you can all read. Hostos Blackboard support. You have C595. If you have any problems with Blackboard, email CUNY first. You go to C559 if you have trouble understanding how to do an e-portfolio or any other technical work that has to do with the course. All right. You'll notice also in the discussion board. When you look at the discussion board, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that I have a forum over here so that you can post your questions. Now remember, I'm not the sole authority of knowledge in this class, and some of you work late into the night, and I'm not working late into the night. So make sure that you answer each other's questions if you have the answers to the questions. I am not going to jump in right away. I will just see if other people can answer the questions. Obviously, if people are giving you the wrong information, then I'll bring you back to make sure that you have the correct information. All right, so let's go back. Let's take a look at course information. What is this course all about? The description, you have that. That's from your college catalog. The course objectives, the general ed principles. Remember, this is a college course, so we're looking at general education principles and simply not looking at you as automatons, people who just sit at the computer and punch in a whole bunch of information. Professor Ridley will go over the guidelines to professionalism at our orientation, looking at the rubrics, what we're looking at in terms of gen ed, making sure that you can write effectively, apply technology skills in an office environment. Your learning styles are different. In-class assignment, make sure you read through. Just because I am not going through this does not mean that you don't read it. All right, the syllabus, what is this course all about? So if you take a look at the syllabus, you have all of what a typical syllabus is, and also I've given you a tentative schedule of the topics. Notice that we're starting with Chapter 5. So we're starting with skills. We're not starting with a general discussion. We're starting with very specific skills. All right. Let's go back over to course information. Okay. And let's take a look at the grading standards. All right. Now, make sure that you understand, ladies and gentlemen, okay, that this is a college class. This is a 100 level class. There is no extra credit for this course. You're going to ask me this. This happens every semester. I'm saying it to you now. It's in writing and it's in the syllabus and it's on Blackboard. There is no extra credit and there is no incomplete for this course unless you're on death's doorstep. And nobody in this class is going to be on death's doorstep. So make sure you understand that. These are the grades for the course. You don't see any P or S or any of those other fancy things, okay? There's no R in this class. This is a college level course. So please make sure that you understand that. In addition, as some of you know, you've had me before, all right? When I post the assignment, the day and the time, that is when I expect the assignment. I'm not expecting the assignment when you feel like giving it to me. All right, this is a college class, and so you'll receive a 0 if the assignments are past the due date. And those of you who know me know very well that I'm serious about this. I'm not saying all of this to be punitive. I want you to be aware that when you go to work, think about when you're working. Don't you expect your salary on the day that the employer tells you that you're going to get paid? You don't expect any kind of Mickey Mouse questions and answers. You expect to see your paycheck. So we are being trained. We're professionals. This is how we operate, okay? So we're talking about the grading standards and the course information. Okay, let's continue with the course information. This is extremely important as well. Dress. You are going to make your formal midterm and final presentations. Anytime you make a presentation, you have to be dressed. So you're going to be dressed twice for the entire semester. And I expect all the men in the class to look like this, to be dressed like this, and the women in the class to be dressed like this. I don't want to hear about pantsuits. I don't want to hear how cold it is. I don't want to hear anything. This is exactly how I want you to be dressed. If you are not dressed this way, you will receive 1 point out of 5. And I don't think you want to only get 1 point for all the work that you're going to be doing for this class. All right? And going through attendance. This is a hybrid class. I expect that you're going to attend. You have in-class team assignments. You'll notice that I have teams, and I haven't put you in teams yet because people are still registering for this class, but you will have your team set up before the first day of class, so you'll be able to see who your teammates are. All right. In fact, I probably should have it by about the week of the 21st or the 22nd. By then, people will have already registered for the class. Okay, but we will be working in teams. We will have team assignments in class, and those are going to be worth at least 5 points. Some will be worth more. You miss the team class, there's nothing I can do about it. You come and give me notes and all of this. You have not attended the class. You have not done the team assignment. Therefore, you're not getting credit for it. Again, we are in an office environment. We are in a working situation. So I'm holding you to that standard the same way you hold me to a standard of making sure that I attend class. And if there's a reason why I cannot attend class, snowstorms or whatever it is, the class is never canceled. This is an online environment. You will have more assignments to do if a class is canceled because of weather. And this looks like we're going to have some troublesome weather in February. All right, so let's take a look at the assignments, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so if we look, I want to remind everybody who's in the class who's planning to graduate in June 2018, the last day to register is February 17th. So I strongly suggest that you go to the registrar's office and register for graduation if you feel that you're ready for graduation for June 2018. If you do not go to the registrar's office, you will not graduate because the college will have you open file. This is not high school. You have to let the college know when you're ready for graduation. Don't sit down and complain, because this is true not only of Hostos, but all of CUNY, all of SUNY, every college in the United States. I can't speak for colleges outside of the United States. This is not high school. You're responsible for your graduation. All right, we have a conversion day on February 20th. So we're converting to a Monday schedule. There is no OT 104 class scheduled, but you know that there will be assignments. All right, the assignments will be posted the week before. When we come into class, that's when the assignments will be posted. I do not open up the assignments. Our spring break, we only have 1 day off for the spring break. That's our Tuesday. No classes, and you'll have an assignment that's due. You have a team midterm presentation that's due April 10th. You have to dress professionally. And you have a team final presentation. So this semester I'm doing teams rather than individual. Some of you may have picked this up already, that there is no midterm and there's no final. This semester I decided There's a lot of work that you have to do for this course, and I didn't think it was important enough for you to have a midterm or a final. You'll be working from your textbook plus some other materials that I will have for you. All right? So, discussion board, part of your let's take a look at our introductory assignment. Okay, the introductory assignment, which I'll make available. I just realized I didn't make it available to you, but I will make it available after the video. All right, buy the textbook as soon as possible. You want to know what the textbook is. All right, there's a copy of the textbook with the ISBN number. All right, go to this link. That'll show you how to purchase your textbook, because there are no more bookstores within CUNY, or very few of them within CUNY. So please make sure you know how to log in and get your textbook. Any questions, post it on the Q&A, all right, because we'll be able to help you that way. So your introductory assignments, buy the textbook, click into the Are You Ready? That is due Monday, January 29th. Please make sure that you do this. Make sure that you submit the certificate. Not anything else. I want to see the certificate, because you have to have 30 out of 30 points. It's 100 or nothing. All right? So make sure you understand that. Go into the Introduce Yourself discussion board and introduce yourself to the class. All right? Now, I've already introduced myself through the instructor information. So when you click in there, you'll see my information. You'll also set up an avatar. Okay, and I don't have the information for the avatar, so I'll make sure that I put that in there. I thought I did that. Okay, make sure that your introduction, and you're going to use a VoiceThread. I'll give you all the instructions for the VoiceThread. You are going to use this video, this VoiceThread, on your ePortfolio. So make sure that it's professional looking, not that you're sitting in front of the TV eating popcorn and doing this at the same time. All right, I had one student one semester sitting in her pajamas. Obviously, she couldn't use that for her ePortfolio. You have another assignment, writing or working with numbers. Now, this is very easy, and you're going to respond to each other so that you can get the full credit. All right, so none of this is difficult. There's no reading assignment. You don't have to have the textbook right away. Certainly not going to talk about ePortfolio until later. All right, but I wanted to make sure that you introduce yourself, and that you know how, and that you use the discussion board to answer the question, writing or working with numbers. All right. If you want to know my information, how to get in touch with me, okay, you have my Hostos email, you have my office hours. If they're not convenient for you, send me an email and tell me the time, the days and the times that you're free. I try to work around you. Here is my digication for my ePortfolio. This is a little information about who I am. Okay, and you also have my office number, and you have my cell phone. All right, so there's no reason for you to say, oh, I don't know how to get in touch with her and all of this nonsense. Okay, I have to use a smaller picture of myself, but everybody knows who I am, so this is a hybrid class. All right, textbook I showed you where that is. The teams, I will have those because people are still registering, enrolling in the class. All right, my grades, I cannot show you my grades here because doesn't show up the same way. Your grades is, I try to get your work assignments graded by the following week. And all of your grades are posted in Blackboard. There's no secret. You also have your class grades. All right. Now, again, I can't show you that here because then I would have to show you a student's paper, and I can't do that. So I can give you what I can show you right now, what I mean. Okay. So that you can see this. So here are your names, everybody's name and your user ID, and the class grade. So let's take Miss Aliman, she's the first one here. If she has done everything here and she gets 5 out of 5 out of 5 out of 5, then her class grade is going to be 100 and she's going to be an A. All right, it's important that you look at this because if you get a 0, your grade is not going to be an A, and you'll see what your grades are. I have had students who tell me they don't know what's going on in the class. They don't know what their grades are. Obviously, they haven't looked at Blackboard because your grades are here. And they don't, the only way they change is when you submit an assignment, okay, and you get the grade for it. So that's how the class grade will change. All right, and then I give you your final grade before I post it in CUNY first. So because this way you can argue with me, but I should be arguing with each other about your grades. And everyone, I expect an A in this class. This is not a difficult class. It entails a great deal of work, and I know that you can do this, and I know that you want to get an A in this class. But more importantly than an A is the fact that this is what you're going to be doing when you go into an office. This is not a sitting down looking at four walls and saying, oh, why do I have to do this? Because you will be doing this in an office. So let's relax, enjoy the course, enjoy each other, enjoy learning with each other, and let's learn and have fun doing so. Any questions that you have, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that you post in Q&A. If it's something personal, please do not put anything personal on Q&A, and that includes grades. All right, ladies and gentlemen? So relax, enjoy the rest of the semester, try and stay warm, and definitely stay safe in this crazy weather. All right, looking forward to seeing all of you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.